What's up, Mananap? Hello, everyone. Welcome again to my vlog. So last time we have set up successfully our Visual Studio with C and C++ program. So, and the last program that we had is entering something like name and age, and then output. We used to, I mean, we made this to output the entered name and then the age. Okay, so this time, shut up. I'm sorry. Sorry for the word. It's my dog. So now, I'm going to discuss to you the arithmetic operators. But before that, if you, if, diba, if let's say for an instance, you run this certain program and it will not, uh, it will not actually display something like enter your name or something like asking for an input. All you just need to do is go to settings and then type on something like run in terminal, and then look for something that says wait for a while. It's going to be something like this one, code run in terminal, and then check on that if ever it's not checked. And then also another thing that you will need to check is what was that? Where is it? Uh-huh. Wait. Run. Something like run. Run muna. Okay, so we'll need to look for that one that says, where is it? It's almost there. We are almost there actually. So, not this one. This one, code runner save all files before run. Okay, so then after that, clicking that one, close this one. If in case there are problems with linking or your linker program, and then also with the input and output, you just have to uh, do some those steps. Okay, so for today, we're going to be creating a new file. Let's say, yeah, let's select language and then C++, and let's save this as arithmetic operators. Yeah, operators.cpp. Okay. Okay, so let's now have here include IOStream. Okay, and then don't forget to include the namespace. So this is for, by the way, stands for standard, using namespace standard. So you don't have to type std dot over and over again. So by the way, this is again preprocessor directive, and this is the library that says you are actually importing or including this library input output stream. Okay, now this is the structure of a C++ program. You'll just have to declare the int main. So anything you actually write inside of a main, it's actually be first thing, the first thing that is going to be read by our compiler. So let's now have uh, an input, or let's say we are going to input two integers, so num1, num2. By the way, you can actually separate them like int num1 and num2, but it's since they are of the same type, okay, they are actually they can be actually declared something like this one. Okay, and then after that we can now perform, we can now display something, see out enter two integers. Okay, and then cin stands for input output. Yeah, C out stands, I mean, cin stands for input, C out stands for output. Okay, so it's like character output and character input. So we have here num1 and num2. Okay, and then let's say we are going to, so for this also, we can have like sum, or you can actually use result. It depends to you. But this time we're gonna be uh, directly something like the sum is okay, and then we have, let's say, num1 and num. Okay, so we have here another one. Let's space it, and then the difference is num1 minus num2, and then the product, and then the quotient. So let's change this into product, and then the quotient. Okay, and then we can actually run this one, and then okay, just wait for it to enter 2. 2. Supposed to be it's 2. Later on na lang. So we have 3, and then 5. And then, so you have here, it seems like our output is not arranged. I mean, it's not moving to the next line. So we'll need to, but I guess the result is already okay. So we'll need to uh, add something like uh, end line, or you can say, you can actually do something like backslash n. Okay, so, or yeah, end line, end L. So end L stands for end line. So it's going to move the next line, this output to the next line. So end line, okay, and then we're just going to copy paste this one. Okay, so by the way, you have here terminator. This one means every statement of C++ program must be terminated. So that's the rule, no? That's the syntax. So once you don't include it during the compilation, it will give you an error. So you'll have to, you make sure you don't forget that one. Okay, let's run the program again, and then okay, enter two integers at 5, 6. So there you are. The sum is 11. The difference is -1. The product is 30. The quotient is 0, and something like that. So yeah, so you can do something like this in sum, difference, product, and then quotient. Okay, or say quotient, and then let's change this to 2. And then before, after the input, you can actually something like sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, and then you, instead of num1 plus num2 here, you can actually uh, uh, yeah, you can actually use sum instead. And then you do that for let's say difference. So in our case, we are going to uh, copy paste that one. So let's have here def, then minus, and then we have here space. So though this one is a little bit long, but this one is what I would recommend, no? So because in the future, like for an instance, you might be needing some of these variables in the future. So let's say quotient, and then instead of this one, you can have you can replace it by def. This one is prod, and then this is for quotient. Okay, and again, uh, this would give you something like yeah. So let's say 3, 2, and 9. The sum is it's the same. Okay, so instead of declaring all of this, you can also use result. Okay, so let's say we have like this, and then every time you actually okay, so if you will be using one variable for each of the operation, you'll need to make sure that the result is declared. Okay, so before you display that, before you display before you display it and change first the operation. Okay, so Okay, then we have here for product and quotient. Then we have here something like one. Now, hmm, okay, so you'll need to change this to result, result, result. So of course, you'll need to also change this one to result, result, result. So this one, it seems like we only use one variable right here. And take note that every time you display the result, you okay, every time you display the result, make sure that the operator or operation that you use is updated. Let's say for this, we have here C plus, okay? So it's going to sum the two values num1 and num2, and it is going to assign the value to result. So then display it. And then next is, there's also an update of the value of result right here. We have num1 minus num2. This time, it's going to be now subtracting num1 to num2. So there's this time, the result is now changed its value to this one, no? After subtracting it. The same with the product or multiplying the numbers. Sorry, this should be multiply or product, and then this should be in division. So if you plan to have something like this kind of program, make sure you change the operator, especially if that's what you intend to do. Okay, like we're only using one variable. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, here four and six, it's the same. Okay, so I guess we call it a day. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please subscribe. Bye bye.